Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, in this one, I'm going to be talking about Daredevil. So, this was like the second last episode of this second season, and it was alright. I mean, they could have done better, but I don't mind it. I hope they land the ending. But yeah, let's get into the episode. So, first of all, the name of the episode is Hateful Darkness. So, what I think is this somewhat refers to Heather, as we will later on see in the episode as well, that she has become very hateful and she has become dark as well. So, yeah, that and Kingpin as well. Now that Kingpin has no love left in his life, he actually mocks Karen as well. For what? Love? Ha! I mean, come on, dude, that was funny. Anyway. So that's the title of the episode. So the episode starts with multiple news channels reporting the protest that happened in front of the Mayor Fisk's place, whatever it is called. So yeah, they are covering the protest and like normal media that we see every day. The same thing is represented in quite different ways by different media outlets. Like one was saying that the protesters were beaten or whatever, whereas the other was saying that vigilantes were causing havoc and whatnot, like that, like both trying to push forward their agenda, whatever that might be. So yeah, the episode starts with that. We see that Kingpin has been getting bigger. Like what I said in the earlier videos, that he just looks like common middle-aged man now. So, I mean, what I felt, this might be nothing and just me making things up in my mind, but I felt like he's getting bigger. And it's probably prosthetics because his face still looks the same. His face isn't getting any rounder or anything like that, but his body is getting bigger. So yeah, so as we have seen in the original Daredevil first few seasons, that he really loves the cuffs that he has, which reminds him of his father. And him saying, this helps me remind that I am not cruel just for the sake of being cruel. There is a reason for all that stuff. So yeah, he is basically, I guess, looking for his cuffs, and he finds that one of the, I don't know, probably earrings or something like that is missing, which in the previous episode was stolen by Heather. So yeah, he notices that. Then we move on. Then we are shown that Kiran is being imprisoned now, and not like the vigilante jail where they just snap them up and throw them in some warehouse or whatever. Like he's being taken to jail and being provided the phone call and like following the whole legal procedure so that even if stuff goes down for Fisk, she would be imprisoned nonetheless because it was done legally. I guess that's what I think. So yeah, she's now imprisoned. She goes through the whole search and everything like that. And now Kingpin goes to meet her. So he first of all he mocks her like what for, you are suffering because of what, love. And again, I would love to come back to this, the way Kingpin says that, ha, like, God, dude, what are you doing? Grown ass man, uncle's pushing 50s and doing this stuff. I mean, that was hilarious. I found that hilarious. Anyways, they exchange few words and yeah, normal Kingpin stuff, and then he chokes her for a while and then just lets her go and says, you got one phone call, make it count or whatever, and he leaves. So basically, Kingpin knows that Matt is Daredevil and he's a lawyer, so she will probably reach out to him, or at least the McDuffies, which I will get to later on the video. So, anyways, he's trying to bait out Daredevil or Matt, whoever comes out. He is basically trying to get rid of them. Although I don't know what he will do if he gets him, because see, Daredevil was in front of him in the last episode. He beat the crap out of that guy. Yeah, Kingpin held his own for a while, but you know, he has always lost to Daredevil. So either he's trying to kill him, or I don't know where it's leading to, what it's leading up to. So yeah, we see that. Then we see the theme song. So, I mean, I don't know if I have said this in the previous videos or not, but I feel like the original theme song was, peak, loved it. And this one is, it's all right, but I guess it's kind of growing on me, especially the parts where they use the original one's undertones. That just makes the you know makes you feel like something epic is about to happen. And I don't like how Daredevil emerges from all the broken stuff, because I mean, it does not look great to me, but I guess if someone likes it and they like it, I mean, it's completely preferential. Yeah, I'm just talking about anything. Let's move on. So yeah, then we see that Charles know where Luke Cage is, and basically he is kind of working with him, or at least in some capacity. So that keeps him protected from Jessica, so that she does not kill him. Jessica doesn't know where he is. So they have a brief conversation, and yeah, he basically hints Jessica that the governor is probably gonna die, so do whatever you want with that. And yeah, that happens. Then we see Daredevil getting that information from Jessica, and he goes and has a heart to heart with Bullseye. He says like, "I hate you 5 or 6 times. Like, I hate you for Father Lantham. I hate you for Foggy." So yeah, you know every scene where we have Bullseye and Daredevil together, I really enjoy those scenes. And you know, Wilson Bethel, I guess that's the name of the actor. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong or anything, but I really loved his performance. You know, from the original show, like these people are just, you know, so great to their character, I would say. And even if you see some of the clips of his interviews or anything, he's also a huge fan of the show. So that's great as well. So yeah, anyways, we see that, and Daredevil lets him loose, says that do whatever you want, but I have one good deed if you want to do. You can, save governor or whatever. He does not say that explicitly, or at least we are not shown that. And but basically, yeah, he's talking about saving the governor here. Now we are shown Brett, who was, I guess, detective in the first few seasons, and then he ran for DA, the police officer who was Foggy's friend. You know, like, see, it's great that we see these characters, but they are used as, cameo pawn type of stuff. Because, come on, man. I mean, either make them, a part of the story, or just let them be, either move on, or keep them there. They are in the middle of it, because they know the characters that are currently here hasn't resonated with most of the people as the previous seasons have. So they are bringing them, you know. Earlier it was like Karen and Foggy won't be in Daredevil Born Again, but then there were some reshoots. So we got like first episode and last few episodes of Karen. Now it's like Karen is present more prominently. Now we get Jessica Jones. So I feel like they are in the right direction. They are moving in the right direction because that's what we want. The characters we know that we have loved for so long to see them, or at least build a new character, that people would like. So yeah, we see him basically pulling some strings. Now he has become like chief of detective. So he lets Karen meet Daredevil, and he's like, "All right, I can't break you out right now. We will have all this trial and everything." And he says something about crossing a line. So I feel like to now that Kingpin is the mayor and he can't really imprison him or something like that. So I feel like Daredevil, I mean Matt would basically reveal his true identity to the people so that you know it would somewhat bring down Kingpin in the eyes of the public and basically remove him from the position of the mayor or something like that. I don't know. Uh, Obviously, I don't know. I have not seen how it ends, but yeah, there is still one more episode left. I hope stuff goes right. I mean, uh, currently a lot of shows are not having that great ending, and the creators have said that this season we would see the end of Mayor Kingpin. So yeah, that happens. Then we see Kingpin meeting with Hogberg and basically saying, "All right, through everything on Karen, try to get her, as big of a sentence as possible." And stuff. He, tries to resist, but basically we have seen he's spineless. He just says, "All right, fine, I'll do it." Then we see him meeting with Heather, who he kind of, manipulates by basically showing that I know you stole from me. But it's all right. We all lose control sometime. I'm a nice guy, whatever. Do this for me, and you help me, I help you, kind of thing happens. And she is the therapist of, Kingpin in the previous seasons as well. So she advises them as well, like, yeah, it will hurt really bad, but things will get better, yada yada yada. Normal stuff, therapist stuff. So yeah, that happens. Then we see McDuffie being a lawyer for Karen. She's like, no, again, that's what I was talking about. The characters in this show. McDuffie is just, more like a plot point, a lawyer they can fall back onto. Like, oh, we need a lawyer. So yeah, let's just bring in McDuffie. She does not really have much to her character. She's just, there for the cases, and because Matt is in hiding, so he can't defend Karen himself, so they just use McDuffie for Jack Duquesne or Karen, or she's more of a plot point that, all right, we need a lawyer, let's bring in McDuffie. All right, now you are done, we don't need to see you anymore. So stuff like this, like Foggy and Punisher, the second season trial, that was so epic. Like, come on, Matt was not there, but it was still so great. So, you know, and I guess McDuffie was kind of a Foggy replacement because she's the other lawyer now Matt is working with and kind of friends. So, yeah, I guess there's that. Anyways. I mean, it feels like I'm nitpicking too much, but that's just how I felt about this episode. So yeah. Then we move on to Daniel and BB's thing. So basically, Daniel tries to stall first, but then he's like, "All right, let's go to a safe house." And by safe house, he meant like taking BB to Buck, but BB doesn't know that yet. They go together. I'm just skipping over so that we are done with this plot point for now. So basically, Daniel has a change of heart and he says, "All right, go run. Don't go to your house or someplace. Buck would look for you. Go into hiding, make your life useful, do something good, whatever. Normal sacrifice speech that happens." So yeah, he says that, and he basically says to Buck, yeah, I let her go. He tries to be funny, but Buck starts beating the shit out of him, and he's like, stop, stop. See, you can be here, after a while. It's not the place where Buck was sent to kill the 14-year-old insurgents or whatever. You have a choice here. You don't have to do this, but and Buck kind of hesitates because we have seen him getting closer to Daniel over these 2 seasons that we have seen. So, we know that Buck kind of likes the guy, and even a few times he has said that he's the heir. So, I mean, it felt kind of odd that he did kill him and not just let him live. I mean, we didn't really see the body. I mean, we kind of did though, right? Because his head went down. Like, yeah, yeah. Basically, I think Daniel is dead. Which again, I did not really like that much because you spend 2 seasons setting up a character, and you start to redeem him a little. People are somewhat interested in him now, and you just kill him. Like, why? Why would you do that? It would have been better if they had killed BB and, actually set Daniel up as a big bad because Daniel feels more, more, I mean, human, I guess, not a 2D character. Like, yeah, he has his negatives, but he still protects his friends and all that stuff. So I would have preferred if he would have actually gone through with it. But yeah, that happened. Anyway, so now that's done, let's get back to the Kiran and Matt thing. So the prosecution has started and not that quote accurate stuff, but I'm not sure. I'm still just a student, so maybe it is, but not what I have read or studied. So it's not that accurate, but anyway, let's just get on with it. So yeah, they speed up the opening statements, cutting to both the prosecution and defense lawyers, and then uh, basically McDuffie says that, oh, and I will get my co-lawyer in on this, and it's Matt. So first of all, that was kind of a high point of the episode. Even though I knew that Matt is coming, all right, we saw the jail meeting between him and Karen, but how Matt enters the courtroom, it's peak, these kind of moments are used in the edits. So yeah, I really liked how he entered into the courtroom because Matt has been in hiding for so long. So he just came in for this case. So, and by the way, Karen is actually a criminal. I'm not talking about good or bad person. See, in Breaking Bad, sorry, a Better Call Saul, we see that, kid named Finger says to well, there's the guy who basically sells prescription drugs to people, and Walt M- Mike is like, see, I don't care if you are a good guy or a bad guy. You are a criminal. You have done something that's illegal, and you are a criminal. You might be a good guy. You might be a bad guy. I don't care about all that. You are a criminal, and I am helping you. So basically, here it's the same thing. I mean, even though Karen had good intentions and all that, but she's still a criminal. She did a bit vigilante and all that type of stuff. So she is kind of a criminal here, but yeah, uh, let's move on. So we see that Matt is investigating, I mean, questioning Powell again, and this time Powell gets his revenge. In the first season, there's that scene where he says, there's a thing in boxing, the cure for black eyes, fast hands. So in this one, Powell gets back at him by saying, like a heart attack because they beat Cherry, and he got a heart attack. So yeah, that happened. Then we see that there are a lot of cameras. So I think Matt will try to, persuade the public opinion of people against Kingpin, which already is quite against Kingpin, but just push over the tipping point, I suppose. So yeah, that happens. Then we see they are ambushed by AVTF after the court hearing is done, and Matt throws his blind cane, which was pretty cool by the way. The way he gets shot, but he still manages to deal with them and saves the other people as well. So yeah, that happened. Then we see. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. This was interesting. So Heather and Karen are in the same room. So we haven't seen them together, I guess. Maybe when he was in the hospital, but not really. So they say to each other, "Oh, finally, nice to meet you," and yada yada yada. Normal greetings happens, and then they both start pushing each other's buttons. So Karen hits on the nerve that hurts Heather. She says things about Matt, and then Heather says things about Wesley and his brother, which she accidentally killed. So they both try to piss each other off, and Karen kind of succeeds at it. She says that I know that you are just trying to help or whatever. Vanessa got my friend Foggy killed. You can do better, normal good guy stuff. She just goes batshit crazy. She says Muse. She sees Muse in the reflection, and she just slaps Karen and starts pulling her hair or whatever. Which now I'm laughing at it, but at that time I was so pissed at Heather. Like, oh my god, she's abusing her authority, which I hate. I hate to see that happen. But yeah, she will get away with that, and yeah, that happened. We see that the governor is trying to be assassinated, but uh, Bullseye saves the day and gives his regards to the governor and leaves. And I guess she basically signed whatever she needed to sign to close the port against Kingpin, which she was planning on doing in the even previous episodes when she said that now that Vanessa is gone, the Kingpin is like uncontrollable. I can't risk stuff. So yeah, I will close the port, and now I guess she has done it. We will see it in the next episode. So yeah, and the episode ends with Matt praying in a church, which it was all right. I mean, not that peak, but not bad as well. He was just having his moment. And Jessica shows up. God knows how. She just knows that Matt is there, after the ambush and everything. She knows that he's in that church. So yeah, she shows up. Let's see. I hope they land the ending. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Kind of sad that it's coming to an end as well. Now we are just left with the boys. I will record that video right after this one. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if I missed anything. Bye bye.